I'm Robert Massey, and I'm here from the Royal Astronomical Society, which is one of the biggest astronomical organisations in the world, and we look after the interests of astronomers, not just in the UK, but across the world. What I'm going to do today is give you a few pointers to get you started in astronomy, which I think is one of the most incredibly interesting subjects there is. Mercury is the planet in our solar system that's closest to the Sun. And of course, that means that it's really rather hot on the side facing the Sun. But what you might not be aware of is that it rotates very, very slowly. And that means that the night side of Mercury gets incredibly cold. So it holds the distinction of being one of the hottest places, but also one of the coldest in the solar system too. And perhaps even more extraordinarily, Mercury has poles, and at those poles, there are craters that are so deep that sunlight never reaches down, and we just think there might even be water there. So the extraordinary thing is that Mercury, despite being so close to the Sun and generally so hot, actually has some very, very cold places too, and you might even have ice on this really baked world, which I find a very bizarre thing to think about. Now, with Mercury, it's also actually quite difficult to get to. It takes a lot of energy to send a spacecraft from the Earth to Mercury, actually more than it does to send it further out into the solar system, and that's why we've only so far sent a couple of space probes there, although there's another one on the way in a few years' time. So it's an exotic place. It's really rather small. It's pretty much barren, rocky, pulverized by the material in the solar system, covered with craters just like our moon. I don't think there's any real prospect of us ever living there, or probably even of people ever traveling there, but nonetheless it's a really interesting record of the early beginnings of our solar system.